I will never understand why people are so quick to assume that when they see a single mother that she got left. Like, do you not know that we did the dash? We took off, we escaped.
I hear a lot of men say that they don't take single moms seriously when it comes to dating because they don't want to father someone else's child. So they just see a single mom as someone to use or have fun with, and then that's it. And I'm looking for something serious, that I'm not just looking to mess around. Like I'm looking for a life partner. I'm looking for someone who wants something more than that. And there have been 2 men that I went on dates with that flat out told me on the first date, y'all, that they just wanted to have you know what with me.
So let me tell you why it's so hard to date a single mom and to date while being a single mom.
Okay.
So I recently met this guy while I was out, met him in the wild. Everything was great.
Okay.
He was super cute. We were vibing. He got my number. And then we continued to talk afterwards. Now, the problem with this is I only have certain days that I can see someone. There might even be a week or 2 that goes by where I just cannot see you. And for me, in the early stages of dating, I am not going to get a babysitter. I'm not going to ask my mom. I'm not going to do any of that for someone who I don't feel is worth it. Well, that sounds harsh, but I don't know you. I'm not taking time away from my daughter. Later on, if we decide that things are going well and we really get along, I don't have a problem getting a babysitter, but then it's a no from me. So back to the guy. I found that our conversations were just very lackluster. He was very surface level. It was pretty much, hey, how was work? How was your day? Every day. And I just feel like as adults, babe, our days are the same. I wake up, I get...
Being a single mom is honestly like a really hard place to be, because the second that somebody shows interest, one, I have trust issues, so you're lying. And then secondly, like my brain immediately is just like, why? I have nothing to offer you. Like my gas light is on, my change oil notification just came on. I'm fairly certain that my tag is expired. My toenail polish has grown out. My heels are crusty. I'm surviving off of my kids' leftover chicken nuggets and coffee from the day before. What about that is appealing to anybody ever?
I don't know.
So I'll just be here dying alone.
Dating as a single mom is really freaking hard.
Of course.
I've had 2 dates this week, and that was after like talking to these guys for a while. First guy I was good enough to have sex with, but because I had kids, he didn't want to continue on because that's too much responsibility. I respect that. However, you knew I was coming into this picture with having kids. Why waste my time? Second one was too worried that I would expect them to be their dad. Never asked you to be their dad. Never said I was looking for someone to be their dad. Do I want an adult to join a relationship? Yes. But never asked anything more of you. You just assumed. Why go weeks talking to me and then expect after the date? Like, I have seen a couple people on this app say that dating a single mom, don't date a single mom, or it's difficult or whatever else. It is hard. And we're not introducing you to our kids tomorrow. Like, you're not meeting our kids for 6 months to a year. Like, you're falling in love with us. The kids are just a benefit.
Single mom, how do you date? I feel like I'm having a hard time finding the balance between being a single mom and then dating. I am so overprotective of my daughter. Like, I won't leave my daughter with anybody to watch her just to go on a date. But I did start talking to this guy or whatever, and we know each other already. So like, we already have that bond. Like, we were friends. We have that little connection. But he started like standing me up. Like, he started slacking. I would have plans, so I would like get myself ready, I'd get my daughter ready for bed, I'd put her to sleep, and then he just would not show up. And I feel like I should have cut him off right there, but because like I'm such a lover girl, and I feel like when I'm talking to a man, that's the only man I'm talking to. Should have cut him off, but I didn't, because since we already knew each other, like, he's been to my house before, he's met my daughter, I'm comfortable with him. So why would I stop talking to him when I already know I'm comfortable with him? You know what I mean?
You would never need another lover. Woo! Cause you
a MILF and I'm a mother.
I'm going to be aggressive because nobody wants to hear this, because what you want me to say today is actually being a single mother is totally possible. It actually isn't. It was never meant to happen for the human race, number one. Number two, single biggest determiner of whether a mother is a good mother, what do you think it is? Whether they have a supportive partner. The major argument for good dads is actually, can the dad be there for the mom? Because it's like a direct chain is what we see. What you see is that if you've got a father figure, basically, who's supportive to the mother's energy goes towards the children. But the second that she doesn't have that supportive energy, she collapses, is what happens. And then the kids get starved. And we're not actually supposed to be living in a single-family household, so it's supposed to be a lot more support towards mom than just dad. But I'm going with standard societal structure. You are a victim of a society that was never meant to work this way.
I have to tell you, being a parent in the dating world is hilarious. There's those videos that are like low-key flexing, like, I'm loyal during the talking stage. As a parent, I'm like, and? You see all this discourse, like, about how people are like, I just, like, need to have my options open and blah, blah, blah. And like, I'm like, how do you have the time? Parents, on the other hand, obviously I don't speak for everybody, but it's a large majority. A good parent takes a lot of time and like mental energy. So it's not even just like consuming your time, but that you have mental energy dedicated to your parenting. For us, when we're talking to someone, we're like, thank God I don't have to talk to anybody else. The relief. It's not about settling. It's about not being distracted. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you should look into the data out there about how people are less committed and less happy when they keep on looking at all of their options.